I'm sorry. Ew. Hi! Oh my god, I was just about to send you the link with the live, and I was like, "Hi, Karina." Hi, how are you? Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. How are you? Hi, Dada. So happy to see you back. Oh, thanks, Karina. I was so excited. I just started before 6 p.m. because I just wanted to talk. I love talking about books specifically. Hi! Yes, me too. I just love chatting with you all. Like, okay, Twitter is fine, but right now I don't know if it feels more personal, more face to face. Even if I don't see your faces, like I'm closer to you all. Hi, Gabby. Yes, me too. Let's talk romance books. I love talking about romance books, and most importantly, I want to talk about my most anticipated releases for this year because this year is having really great books coming out. Thank you. I chose to wear this devil horns. I don't know. I found it funny. And my hair was not cooperating with me for today, so headbands usually work. I love reading manga. Like, I seriously love reading manga. I read them when I'm feeling like not sad, but like I'm feeling like in a book slump, or like I'm feeling like I can't read anything longer or anything like with more words. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I love reading manga. Yes, I have my moments where I only read manga, and it's wonderful. If you have favorites, please recommend them to me. I'm always like very, very interested in new recommendations. Yes, same here. I just wanted you to be there because I love your live, the one you made. I don't know if it was your first live, but I really love it. And I wanted you to be in mine. I'm so happy that you're here though. Like, let's talk manga and romance books, my favorite thing in the world. And I know you love manga, Karina. A Touch of Darkness. Which one is that one? Is it A Touch of Darkness is the one, the Hades and Persephone retelling? Or maybe I'm getting confused. I'm reading this romance book that is coming out on May. I'm not sure. Wait. I think it's coming out in May. It's called Reckless by Katie Golding, and it's wonderful. I've read like 18% of the book because I have no time, but it's wonderful. The things that I read. Let me search it for you. Katie, okay, it's coming out May 25th. It's from Source Books, and it's about this rivals to lovers romance. They are motorcycle racers, both of them. The heroine and the hero both race professionally motorcycles. And they have been rivals since their teenage years. So they known each other since 15, I think. And they hate each other. Well, the heroine hates the hero. The hero just likes to bicker or like loves to banter with her and like follows along because he knows that if they share their feelings, everything's going to be messy, and he doesn't want that because he has secrets of his own, and he really likes the relationship that they have currently, and he doesn't want to mess that up. So it's wonderful. Yes, let's talk about what are you. I know you don't read a lot of romance books, Karina, but have you seen like anything recently, like any release that's coming out in 2021 that you feel like you want to read? Yes, I love it too. It says Mexicana de Corazón. I bought it from these girls that have their little like independent business, and they do like sweatshirts and shirts, and I think they do also like jackets. I think they do jackets too. I found it really cute, and it's red, and I don't own any like red sweatshirts, so I wanted to have one. Yes, I love that book. Like, it was really, really great. I love that it was short. Yeah, it was a quick read, and I love quick reads. And it had this theme. It had the emotions. Like, there were a lot of feelings involved, and it had so much depth. And it's like 100 pages or something. And I love it. Like, it's a really great book to just pass your time, and you can read it like in 2 hours, I think. It's hot. I'm going to turn on my fan. So, yes, Jack Harban is really great when it comes to really short, steamy rags, I guess, and like romance too. Like they have a really great romance, and if you it's not the same, but if you like Jack's writing, you should read his other book, His Beauty. It's very different from Worship. I will understand if it doesn't really appeal you. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it's a monster romance. So, what does this mean? That the hero does not turn into a human at the end. So he is a monster all through the book, and he stays a monster always, forever. So there's some sex scenes that it happens between a human and a monster. So it gets messy if you're not comfortable with that trope. So I will understand, but it's so good. It was really good. I really enjoyed that book. Yeah, you're right though. So yeah, Jack Harbaugh really writes very good romance stories. Like all his books are great. I recommend them. Oh, I read also Daddy by him. I rated 3 stars, but still it's a really enjoyable read. He really puts like family drama in most of his books, and I love how everything develops at the in the story, and how he like not fixes it, because sometimes you cannot fix stuff, like works through it. The characters work through that drama and those circumstances that they're into in their family or their friends, and I love how everything like develops. Yes, if you mean Reckless, it sounds really great. It's the second book in the series. It's a companion novel, so you don't really have to read the first book. The first book is called. I'm not sure what's the first book called, because I didn't read it. I just immediately went for book 2 because I really enjoy the rivals to lovers trope. It's one of my favorite tropes, and I didn't really care about the first book. Like, I wasn't that interested in the tropes and the story that the synopsis gave me. So the second book sounds really, really more interesting to me. Hi! Oh my god, you're Karina's sister. Hi! Thank you. Thank you for coming. You're so sweet. I'm gonna cry. Do tell me all the titles, and I'll see if I've read them already. I think I've read like a lot of them, and sometimes I'm like, I have nothing new to read, because yes, more new manga are coming out, but when you want to read them, they have like 1 chapter, 3 chapters, and I just want the full story, and I have to wait like months or years to have a completed manga, right? So I usually gravitate towards manga that have more chapters, so I have like a lot more story than just 3 chapters. So I'm I don't know why I think that I've read everything, but do tell me titles, because I just want more recommendations. I love romance manga. My favorites, my favorites. I reread so many. I've reread so many because I can't find new ones. So my favorites are Horimiya, which has a new anime. If you have not watched the anime, watch it. It has 2 episodes currently, and Horimiya is amazing. It's funny too. It's like romantic comedy. And I love. What's the other one I've read? I love Our Ride. It's really good. I love Hibi Chocho. That's really cute too. I love Gakuen Alice, though Gakuen Alice is not really romance manga. It's like a fantasy, and then it has romance, but I love the romance, so I always reread that. I love. Which one I reread? I love Honey Lemon Soda. My friend Shrey recommended it to me, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with that with that manga. It's so cute. I love which other one? I don't know. Let me think about it. Yes, that's a good series to start with, to be honest. It's a really good first series to start if you have not read romance. It's so good. It's steamy. If the covers sometimes deceive you, and yes, it's steamy. It's more steamy than other romance books. So beware of that if you're not comfortable. It does have lots of steam and it's muddy. But yes, I also want to start reading cozy mysteries. Like I just tweeted in the morning or like hours ago in my Twitter account that I wanted to start reading cozy mysteries because I've not read any. I don't think I've ever read any cozy mystery, and there are a few that have come out or that are coming out that they sound really, really great, and they are so cute that the covers are beautiful. If I could put a cover here, I would. I don't know if I can. Like, I don't think I can. And they are so colorful and they are all animated, like not animated, like illustrated covers, and I loved that trend so much. Yes, there are a lot of romance books out there. I can give you my favorites if you want. I don't know that one. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna search it. Let me write it down in my notes. Okay, so sweat and shop and soap. I mean, that sounds really cute. I'm going to be looking at it tonight. I'm just gonna read that one. What's that one? What's the title of that one? That sounds super cute. I love Fox Spirits so much since um Kamisama Hajime, what's the name? Kamisama Kiss, the anime, right? But the manga is named Kamisama Hajime Mashita or something. Hajime Shita. sorry for my botch Japanese. But yeah, I love that one. I love Tomoe, the not grumpy. Tomoe's not really that grumpy, or is he? Tomoe is really Tomoe is amazing. Okay, that sounds super interesting. I'm all in. I love, like, I want to read more. Is it like a josei manga? I don't know why I relate josei manga with like mature characters or not mature characters, but like new adult manga. Like they are not about teenagers, right? Like shoujo manga, and I love, like, I need to read more josei or about like adults. Oh, let me also write that down. A sign of affection. Okay. I'm just going to write my list of your manga recommendations because I need all of them. I love beautiful artwork. You don't know how much I love beautiful artwork. Like I just love it. And this is why I don't read like very oldish style of art or like animation because I just don't like it so much and I get distracted and I don't enjoy it. So I'm more like the modern fan. Yes, steamy. Yes, yes. Oh, I love steamy romances. I've read recently this erotic romance novellas, so they're very quick reads too, and they change my life. Like I'm I'm just like, oh my god, can that happen? Can it really happen? How does that happen? And I'm obsessed with erotic romance novellas right now. I love Katie Robert and her Taboo series. Like, that's a very good series if you want real steam. Like, I've never read like a more steamy story than Katie Roberts' Your Dad Will Do. Um, gifting her to his best friend, I think, the second book. And the third book is My Dad's Best Friend. You all read it. Okay, I'm gonna read it tonight. I'm gonna read it soon because I don't have any manga to read right now. Like, I am not reading anything. I caught up with Horimiya because I hadn't read like the last chapter, I think, but I'm not reading anything. Like, I have a few things open in my browser, but I have not really picked them up. I have I have Capone. Then I have I have One Piece because I wanted to catch up, but I haven't read a lot. I have I have this one that sounded interesting. I don't know if you can read it, if you can see it. I don't know if you read this one, but it's called This Teacher is Definitely Doing This on Purpose. And the art looks so pretty. Oh, wait. So I'm gonna read that one someday. And I think those are the only ones. Oh, I have this one. I don't know if you read this one. It's called Sesame Salt and Pudding. Have you all read that one? It's a H-Gap, Grumpy Sunshine, tropish romance. Yes, the anime titles are easier to pronounce and to remember. I try to, like, I remember the names, like, I can write them in Japanese, but I don't know how to pronounce them correctly. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, yeah, I love that. Like, I think the only josei, well, I've read a few josei, but I don't remember the titles. But if I see the cover, I'm like, I've read that one. And but the one that I do remember, and I didn't know it was a josei much later. I thought it was shoyo. It's the manga Chihaya Furu, or the anime. Like, it has a 3-season anime, and I didn't know it was a josei because the characters are only in high school. But it is, and I love that manga so much. I love it. It's a sports manga, but like a different sports manga. Like, it's about poem cards and it's intense, but it's not like the usual sport like football or baseball or volleyball, like our favorite haiku characters. I love that one so much. I read it and I have rewatched the anime so much. I love that I think it's on Amazon Prime. And when I got it, I was like, I'm gonna rewatch it because it just creates so many good feelings in you. Like, it's so funny and the characters are so wonderful. Like, I love that one. Momochi House. Ooh, the Demon Prince of Momochi. Let me write that down. The Demon Prince of Momochi. I don't know. You're all going to be disappointed in me, but I have not watched what was it? The second season of Kamisama Keys. Um, but I've read the whole manga, like I've finished it, and I know the arc that it's in the second season, and I just want to watch it, but I have not watched it because I love I don't know if you watch it, if this is a spoiler, but it's the past arc, right? So I love that arc so much. Ghostly things. A girl moves into a house filled with spirits while her dad is overseas. This is so on point for the Kamisama vibes. Ghostly things. Okay, I'm just, I'm just going to collect a lot of manga from you. Thank you. Older manga were, yes, it's worth it. I agree. Like, I love a full moon. I love Gaku and Alice. Gaku and Alice is an oldie art style, I guess. Which one is? Oh, I love Jumero Patissier. I love that one. And that's also like a big eyes and really cute art style. I enjoy those ones. Oh, you recommend the best manga, Karina? The Box and Little Tanuki, because I read Spy Family because of you, and it changed my life, and I need a new chapters or volumes. I just need new content because it's wonderful. It has the best tropes. It's so funny. Like, it's unbelievable funny. If you all haven't read like Spy Family, you should read it. Oh, I understand because yeah, I just like it started really well, but then the plot kind of dropped. Like it's now the plot doesn't exist. It's just I don't know what's the plot is. Like I love Miyamura at the beginning. Like he was really edgy and he had secrets and he had piercings and tattoos and he had longish hair, right? But then now in the like newer chapters, everything is just another completely different manga, right? Like it just changed, but I still enjoy it. Like I just want to know how this ends. Not like if have you all read Skip Beat? Like I was obsessed with Skip Beat and I love the ship. Like I just wanted them to be together, but it just took so long. And I think they finally confessed. If you haven't caught up, they finally confessed their feelings and they know that both of them like each other, but I don't think they're together yet. But it took too long, and it just kind of like I didn't care, and I dropped it. And I just recently read the chapters when they confessed because I wanted to know, like I wanted to have closure. The Eight House, I have not. Is that a book or is that a manga? The Eight House. What's that about? I'm gonna Goodreads it. Goodreads it. The Eight House. Is that a romance book? I only read romance books. Oh, it's a romance book. Oh, what's this? Hades and Persephone? You know the way to my heart, Luke. Wait, let me just read. Catch Me, Darkness. Oh my god. Okay. This sounds really good. I'm just going to screenshot the title. Have you read it? Is it good? It's like a Hades and Persephone. Yes! I just want more Hades and Persephone retellings. I don't know if you all love them, but I do. Like, I love the grumpy sunshine trope. And it's always there. Like, it's a heroine who just completely changes Hades' life. This really grumpy, I don't know, pessimistic or really darkish king of the underworld. And then Persephone, full of life and flowers and spring, just walks through his door and changes his life completely. Like that trope kills me, and we don't have that a lot. We don't have that trope a lot in romance books, and I'm glad that we have seen a change. like we are getting, talking about most anticipated releases, we are getting a Hades and Persephone retelling on June. It's called Neon Gods by Katie Robert, and it's going to be steamy, and it's going to be about Greek gods. And the first one is about Hades and Persephone, and I think the second one it's about Eros and Psyche. I think those are their names, but I think those are the second characters in the companion novel. Hi, Nick! Nicole, I love you. I'm so glad that you're here. Hi, I love you. Ooh. Thank you. I am going to be downloading that because I don't have a manga. I used to have a manga app, but I think they closed it down, and now I don't have anything. So I'm going to be writing that down. Manga Plus. Thank you. It has. Oh, wait. Thank you. I love all types of manga. I love horror manga too. If you have all Rex of that one, it's my dog. My dog is here. She just looked at me like, "Why are you speaking loudly? Like, let me sleep." Okay, so summertime rendering. Okay. I love all types of manga. Like, I love shonen manga too. I usually love watching the fight scenes, but I love reading it too. When I get impatient and the new episode hasn't come out, I read the manga because I'm too impatient and want to know how does this continue. Yes, please. It's so good. Like it gets even better. Like the first like half of it is great, but it sets up to the last half, and the last half is the best arc ever. Yes, read that manga. Everyone should read Spy X Family. Like, oh, is it Spy times Family? I don't know. It's like Hunter X Hunter. Everyone is like not sure how it is pronounced. Like, is it Hunter times Hunter, Hunter X Hunter, or is it only Hunter Hunter? I I I call it Hunter X Hunter. I don't know why. Is it Spy X Family, Spy times Family, or is it Spy Family? We don't know. We will never know. I am reading Reckless. I'm reading four. I don't know if I'm reading 4 different books or 5, but I have not finished any of them. I don't know. I needed my day off. Tomorrow is my day off from work, and I have time finally. And I am committed to finish Reckless by Katie Golding, which is the latest one I started, right? But it's the one I'm most intrigued by. But I have also been reading because I've not finished it, and haven't continued, but I hope I finish them because they all sound very good, but I have not. Oh, I started Hannah Can Carries On is the new book by the author of Ayesha at Last. Wait, yeah, Uzma Halaluddin, and she wrote Ayesha at Last, this Pride and Prejudice retelling, but Hannah Can Carries On, her new one, which is releasing April 6th, is a yoga male romance. So it's about rival, like, food businesses, and I think they are set in Canada, and they hate each other in real life, like in person, but they have been anonymously speaking on the phone and text messages, and they kind of like each other online, but in person they hate each other. I've been reading that one. I have not continued, but I'm supposed to be reading that one. I also started Too Good to Be Real by Melanie Johnson. It's coming out July 6th. And this also sounds really, really cute. It's a romance too. And the cover is super cute. If you have not seen it yet, it's this one. So it's about this girl who is kind of like a journalist, and she is afraid she's going to lose her job. So she kind of pitches like a piece idea to her boss to be like an undercover journalist inside this rom-com hotel experience. So this hotel is doing a romantic comedy movie experience where you are going there for a week, I think, and you're going to experience famous, iconic rom-com movie scenes, and that's like the whole experience. It sounds really cute. So I started it, but I have not continued, as always. And I think those are the only ones that I've started and haven't read. Yeah. Yeah. We need another um comedy comedy um comedy romance manga, or like a comedy manga. Spy X Family is comedy, I think. Oh, I forgot, I've also been reading The Way of the House Husband. Is that what it's called? The Way of the Household Husband? And it's going to get an anime on Netflix this year, and I'm so excited. So I started reading it, and it's so hilarious. Like, it's great. It's just comedy. It doesn't have anything else. It's about Yakuza, a former Yakuza male, like a former Yakuza hero, and he marries this girl, and he's like, I'm just going to stop being a Yakuza, and I'm just going to be house husband. Like, and my wife is going to go to go and do her job. Like, she goes and works every day, and he stays home and cooks for her and cleans the house and gets into comedy gold problems with other Yakuza members, and it's so good. Yeah, I don't know how many chapters there are right now. 300? Less than 300? I don't know if it's going to be over anytime soon. Yes, I think it's the longest romance manga, right? One Piece is never going to be over, but I love One Piece with my whole heart. I don't care. But yes, I mean, One Piece is nearing the thousands in manga chapters. Like, it's 980, I think, right now. I'm not sure. Glass Mask. I don't know which one is Glass Mask. Is it a romance manga? I think I've heard it before. I don't know why. Yes, there are a lot of I love big mangas, but with a consistent story, right? Like, I need entertain, like, I need entertainment. Not like it doesn't have a plot and it's just like continuing to publish chapters when we are not getting nowhere. Is the best thing ever. I agree. I just hope we get more this year, because we got like three-ish in the later half of 2020, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be seeing that we are getting more good content. I love you. If you all haven't followed Nicole at Moody Vlogs, you all should follow her. She does really great videos, and she has the best ideas. Hi, Carla. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I have not read, don't kill me, I have not read Ayasha Last, but I know it's good. Like, everyone says it's really, really good. Yes, I am like 25% in Hana Can. Carries on, it's good. Like, I'm loving Uzma's voice. Like, the author's voice in this book, like, it's really well done. But I have not continued, but it's really, like, they have banter for days in this book. Yes. Yes. Tatsu, he's so cute. He looks so hot when he takes his glasses off when he's going to sleep. You don't get a lot of scenes when he has his glasses off because they're like sunglasses, and he's always wearing them, and he's always wearing like a, what's the name, like, I'm gonna search that. I don't know the name in English. Um, I don't know, but yes, House Husband is so good. I should like put it in text, right? Because I think I sometimes people don't understand the words that I'm saying, so maybe I should write down those titles to you in the comment section. So if you want one that I've been talking about and you didn't catch the title, do tell me. I will write it down for you. Yes, I love Jujutsu Kaisen. It's my new favorite anime. Like everyone, like I'm desperate for new episodes because there's only like 14, and I've already read them all. Watched them all, and everyone's like, you should read the manga because it's really good too. And I don't know what to do because I love watching a new anime and getting surprised by the things you're watching, right? But I also love catching up with the manga because I love knowing stuff and I love spoilers with my whole heart. But Jujutsu Kaisen is so good. It's like it's going to be so popular. Like level My Hero Academia popular, I think. Like it's so good. Yes, like there are a lot of them in Kindle Unlimited, but I have not read them yet because uh, I don't know, like I'm very picky with them. And I read a few that I really really enjoy. One of them is Hot as Hades by Alicia Wright, but it's out of print. Like it's not, like I think you can find it in some libraries, and if you have Libby on your phone on your device, you might be able to get it. It's called Hot as Hades by Alicia Wright. It's so good. It's like it's gold god tier, I swear. And that's one I've really really enjoyed. I have read Hades and Persephone inspirations. Like it's not a full retelling, so it doesn't happen as like the myth happens, but it's like the king of the underworld or the god of death, and there's a princess or like a queen, and they have a marriage of convenience, and it sort of resembles the dynamic, right? And if you have not read the Star Touch Queen by Roshani Chosky, you should read that one. It's so good, and it has that trope. It's about a god of death, and he has an arranged marriage with this princess who becomes his queen. And it's all about stars and the universe, and it's so pretty. Like, I love that book. I understand. Like, we want the best. I know. I also want, like, a good content. We deserve them. You have my heart. My heart. What's the heart? Heart. Oh, I love that. You're just going to make me write, like, a full list, and I don't care because I love that. I love that happening. We do a relationship. Okay, that sounds really interesting too. I've not heard of any of this, or I don't know if I've heard of the Japanese name, but I don't know them in the English name. So I'm going to see if I've read any of them. Oh, I also want to catch up with that one. I think I've read only one volume, and I love the art style, and it's so funny too. Like the heroine is he is so clumsy and quirky, right? Like she's so funny, and I need to catch up with that because it has a lot of volumes now, right? Like it's so long. Like it has like 7 volumes or 8 volumes, and I'm ready. Like I need to catch up with that because what I've read, it was really great. Like I didn't find like yes, there's a problem when it, in manga, I don't know if it's popular or not, but like, I don't really like so much when there's like an underage girl and she falls for this 20 something guy, and it usually happens in shoujo manga. Like, there are few of them, right, that have this trope. And yeah, I read them, some of them, but I'm like not really that comfortable recommending them or like talking about them, because I don't know, like, but well, I I kind of I might have read them, like sometimes I find one and it has that trope, or not trope, but like the synopsis says he's older, and I'm like, oh, let's forget it for a moment. Yes, and Alicia has said like for a very long time, like for years now, that she's going to put it up soon. She never does it, so, and I don't know if she's going to like include new stuff, like maybe she's like tweaking the novel and including and perfecting some scenes. But I just want to get it again if she's going to include more content in the book than from the original. So yes, I know my library has it. Like, I search it and it appears, but some of them don't have it. But I just want everyone to read it because it was so good. Yes, I'm so glad you read it. It's so good. It's really, really good. Alicia writes amazing romances. I love her Forbidden Hearts series. Is that what it was called? Like, I love Hate to Want You so much. It's such a good book. That one is wow. Yes, Alicia Wright. I've not read her newest, or like the one that came out recently. The blue cover one. It was what's the name? I know her newest one coming out this year is called First Comes Like, right? The other one, it's called the blue cover one. And I love the concept, or like the idea of this series, because everything is like social media related. And I read the first book, but I have not read the second book, the one that I'm missing. First Comes Like is the third book, but the second book is called Girl Gone Viral. I have not read that one yet. I don't know if I will. Like, it has a lot of different opinions. Everyone loves it or everyone doesn't like it. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna read it soon, but I want to read. I love Alicia Wright books. Yes, book recs. I just ask me anything you want, and I'll give you all the book recs. Like, if you want any specific trope, I'm going to search it for you, and I'm going to give you the best book recs. Or if you want me to tell you all the anticipated books that I want, or like the books in 2021 that are going to release and I'm anticipating, I can tell you all of those too. I have so many. A lot of books are coming out this year that sound so good. I love fantasy. Like, I really, really love fantasy manga. I read so many. I is Yona is considered like Akatsuki no Yona is considered a fantasy, a historical fantasy manga, right? That one's so good. Delicious in Dungeon. Eaten by a dragon in a dungeon, he must venture back. That sounds so good. Like, I'm so excited. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Yes, I've only made I'm only missing the second book, and I know many people love that one more than any of the other two books. I've only read the first and the third one, that is Hurts to Love You. And I really love that one too. And I need to read the second one. Girl Gone Viral. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. I just completely forget about book titles sometimes. Like, I'm just thinking, like, I have it in my head, the cover and everything, and I know what it's about, but I just can't come up with the title. Yes, it's a really good romance series. Like, it's one of the best. Like, every single book is like very good. Also, I will put like Alisa Cole's Reluctant Royal series. I think every single book is also top tier. Like, it doesn't miss, because sometimes in trilogies or in series, one book is just like not as good as the other ones, right? And these ones, I think, like, they hold their own. Like, they really are good. Of course, I have them here. I have a lot of them saved in my phone. I don't know why. But let me search. Okay, favorite romance covers for 2021. Okay, let me. I love this one. Gray Hair Don't Care, but I love this cover artist, or not cover artist, but like artist in general. And she is like starting to do romance covers, and she did this one. Wait. And her art style is so good. Like, she also did this one. And they're so pretty. I love her art style. She did the Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade cover also, and that one is also pretty good. I don't know if I have that one. I don't think so. And that, okay, those are favorite 2021. And which other one? I love this one, but this is not a romance. Like, it's women's fiction, but it's a very pretty cover. And oof, I read this one. It's so good, and the cover is amazing. We love Miss Bev here. In this chat, we love Miss Bev. And in this house, we also love Miss Bev. And this one is super cute. Like, the hero is very soft and calm, and I love it. I love this one so much. I love the dress and the ocean behind them. Which other one? I have more that I haven't seen. I tweeted like a while ago, like the anime that like shaped my teenage years, and I have pictures here. And I don't know if you ever watch Full Moon. And then obviously Shuashara. I love Shuashara so much. And then I have Zero no Tsukaima. I don't know if you all watched it, but I rewatched it like 4 times this. I was obsessed with this one. And Vampire Night, obviously. I love Vampire Night so much. Okay, back to favorite covers of 2021. I really love this one. And this book is coming up until October, but it's about like this girl who is working on an escape room, and a cult like enters her escape room and summons the Prince of Hell. And he is the hero. And they have to like figure out the escape room, like go like resolve it. So that's amazing. I love like the floppiness of the cover, the paperback covers, not the paperback covers, the paperbacks of the Avon books. Like, I love how floppy they are. Oh, you're so pretty. And yes, like, I have the Mia Sosa the worst best man, and I love that paperback so much. Like it's really really pretty and it's so easy to read. I don't really like reading hardcover books. Like it's so much better a paperback or a mass market paperback. Whoa, that sounds so interesting. I already wrote it down, and you bet that I'm going to be reading that soon. Wait, I just here. Wait, I don't know which one we were talking about. The Forbidden Heart series, right? Yes, it was so good. Like, Alicia was the best Alicia series ever. I don't think the current one is as good as that one, to be honest. But she continues to give us good content, and I am thankful for that. Yes, please get to it soon. You won't be disappointed. Yes. Oh my god, it's just what I was saying. I hadn't seen your comment yet, I promise, but yes. Like it doesn't feel like the same, right? But it's a good series too. It's funny and everything. Like the Forbidden Heart series just was another thing. It just hit different, you know? Everyone says, what's the name of the second book? I don't remember, but everyone loves those characters so much. That's the one I have not read it. I don't know why everyone loves this one particular book in a series, and every single time that's the book that I'm missing. Like I've read the whole entire series, but I haven't read the one everyone loves. It always happens. Historical fiction faves, like books or manga. Books, I don't really read historical fiction without any romance. So I've read historical romances, but not without any romance, to be honest. But manga, I only read Yona, I think. What's another? Like I read. What's the name of that? Really not old, but it's really it's really popular in the romance manga community, and I don't really like it, to be honest. It's the wait, historical. I'm gonna search historical romance manga, and I bet it's going to be the first. Oh, Red River, that one. I just don't like it. Oh, I love. Is this considered historical? The redheaded Snow White redhead or something? Kagami no Shirayuki. I don't really like this one either. Yes, this one. I read this one and I hate it. I just there's a lot of stuff that I just don't like. Tale of the Moon. I read this one. Have you all read it? It's about ninja and it's set in historical times too, and it was steamy too. It's like smut, but I love reading that. Oh, Hana to Akuma! I love this one. Have you all read it? It's about a demon who adopts this baby girl, and she grows up, and then they fall in love, which is kind of messy, to be honest, but I ate it up. It's super cute, and he's a demon. Like a high-ranking demon. And I think those are the only ones that I've read. I have not read this one. Inuyasha, obviously. I was obsessed with Inuyasha so in my teenage years. I'm still obsessed. Like I kind of want to rewatch the show, but it's like 100 episodes, and I have no time. Witch Hat. You have the best manga recommendations, so I'm gonna listen to you. Witch Hat. Is that no? I thought it was a new manga or anime from the Bleach author, but that one is named Witchborn, right? I have not watched that one, but I have it on my Crunchyroll list. I love those two. I read the first one. I always forget the names. Let me search it. Alice Cole. I love this one. Oh, yes. No, wait. I love An Extraordinary Union. That one's so good. I read another one. Like, it was great too. Let It Shine was really great. If you don't want to read a full novel, that's a novella, and it's really good. You don't? Her contemporaries are really good. Like, I really like them. But her historicals are top tier, and they're right there with Miss Bev's historicals, to be honest. Yes. Alisa Cole has a variety of books. Like, she has apocalyptic books, and she has historical fiction books, and she has contemporary books, and she has a very variety of genres that you can pick from. So if you don't like a type of genre, you can read anything else. And she does it really great. Yes, she is. I love Miss Bev, and she writes wonderful. My favorite book, like, I can't believe I hadn't read it before 2020, and it's amazing. Like, if you have not read it yet and you love historical romance or you love romance in general, read Destiny's Surrender, for the love of God. Like, wow, it changed my life, and I'm obsessed with it, and I read it in one sitting, and I don't regret it. It has arranged marriage, it has a secret baby trope, it has accidental pregnancy, it has hate to love, and it has family. It's wonderful. It's all around wonderful. I wouldn't change it for the world. That series is really good. The Destiny series it's great. Yes, it's not out yet. I think it comes out on March or April, early April or late March. I'm not sure. But I'm so excited because the author is a blogger. Like, she's part of the romance community, and that's her debut novel. So I'm so excited. She's a friend of mine. She deserves all the attention. To be honest, like, her book just sounds incredible. I have not read it yet, but I know it's going to be was super great. Please read it. Oh, I'm just missing to read Rebel, the first one in the series. I ordered the book from the Rebodies, and I'm just waiting for it to arrive so I can finally read it because I'm not ready yet. But I've read Wild Rain and highly recommend it. It was so sweet. The Destiny series. It's amazing. Like, I'm just a chaotic reader, so I don't read in order, but if you want to read in order, it starts with wait, it starts with the first book is called Destiny's Embrace, and it's this one. And I didn't read this one, right? But I read this one. This one is my favorite Miss Bad book. Destiny's Surrender. And then the trilogy ends with Destiny's Captive. And this is about pirates. And everyone says it's so wonderful. And they're all brothers. The heroes in all three books are brothers, and they have a ranch. I think that it's called Destiny or something like that. And that's how everything comes together. Like, everything relates because they're all brothers. I've not read her earlier stuff. I need to. Indigo. Oh, I need to read. I've seen that her newest, like, it has been 25 years since it published, so it has a new, like, edition. Vivid, right? It has like a very glossy, very beautiful hardcover copy, and it released 25 years ago. And like, I need to read her OG stuff, her oldie stuff. Yes, to talking, like, to be completely honest, the best paperbacks are the ARC copies. Like, they should, every single paperback should be like an ARC copy, and it's super floppy. Like, I swear, I'm gonna show you. So this is an ARC copy, right? And it's so floppy. Like, I love that you can, like, I love ARC copies. And like a real I guess this is an art copy too. This one. Well, this one is also floppy. This is not an arc, but it's also floppy. Like, I love romance paperbacks so much. They're really good. Every single paperback should be like that. I don't really like hardcovers, but they look pretty on shelves, the hardcovers. Yes, I think she has like 2 contemporaries, right? Or not so many contemporaries. I've not read them yet, but I have only read her historical romances. Oh, yes! Like, why are we getting not like, why are we getting Julia Queen's romances adapted instead of Beverly Jenkins? Like, I don't comprehend the logistics of that. Like, what's going through their minds when they say, yes, we're going to adapt Julia Queen's Bridgerton series, and Miss Bab's historical romances are right there, and they are so much better than the Bridgerton series. Drunk to meet you. Thank you, Nick, for coming through me. I just get so forgetful. Yes, I read that one too. Fujiki Jugi. It's like she goes through this portal, right? Like, if I remember correctly, she goes to this world, like a fantasy world, through a portal, or like some way she goes to that world that she is in from there originally. And I think I read it completely. I'm not sure. I think there are sequels, right? I think a new sequel came out recently, like the first volume of that sequel. Oh, I hate when the romance ends tragically in historical manga, so I usually don't read it because the romance isn't really that good. Red River was traumatizing to me. Like, all that content, I shouldn't have been reading that so young. Like, it has really adultish, mature content. Redhead book, yeah. The Snow White with the redhead. I watched the anime, the first season, and I really enjoyed it. Like, it was okay. Like, it was not something that I will be thinking about in the future, but I enjoy watching it. A Bright Story. I don't know which one that one is. Is it a historical romance manga too, or is it only historical and I'm not going to get any romance and I'm going to be so sad? No, she's leaking my bed. Why are you leaking my... No. Okay. That's so weird. please do it and tell me all about it, and please tweet at me with your thoughts. I love when people read my favorite books. I just want them to love it too. But if you don't love it, Nikki, it's fine. I understand. But please, I hope you love it. Yes, I want to read the other one. The other novella she has. I think I have that one. No, I don't. Okay, let me search it. Why are you so mean? Why are you so mean? Little's Dream. I want to read this one. Like, it sounds so good. I have not read it yet. Why are you so perfect? Why are you so pretty? Why are you so pretty? I don't read in chronological order, or I don't read a series one after another. Like, I usually start with the second book or the third book if it's a long series. If I read the synopsis of all the books in the series and I don't find them interesting, like one of them, just I don't really want to read it, and I can read every single one of them as a standalone, like I don't need to read anything prior to that book, I just skip it. Like, I don't care about that other couple, so I don't read in chronological order, or I just skip books in series. I'm known for that. I am going to be reading that for sure. I need to up my game with Miss Bab's books. Yes, you should send an email to the publicist. I'm sure you can get some. I'm sure you can. Kindly authors have sent them to me. I don't have many, to be honest. But I really like, even if there are books I have arts from that I didn't enjoy or that I'm not going to read because I don't know, I don't find the synopsis that intriguing. I just really treasure them. I don't know why, like, those are treasures for me. I'm never going to get any of them again because I live so far away. Publishers don't send stuff to me. I know, like, ugh, Hollywood is so shitty. Like, I hate it. And she recently tweeted about people emailing her or messaging her to like change her racist white characters to good people. Like, please change this character to not be like racist. And she did it for a reason, right? She did it for a reason. There's a why, and there's an explanation, and people are like, no, please change it. And she like, Miss Bab tweeted that like a few days ago because there was a thread happening. Someone, I think the Legend Born author, the Legend Born is a YA novel, and she got like an email from a person that wanted a certain character to be like good because they had the same name as that racist white character, and they asked the author if they could change them to be a good person and not racist, and it was so messy. Yes, you are correct. Yes, I saw it. Like I saw it getting announced, and I was like, "What? That's like teenage years." Like, I got to remember everything that I read so many years ago. Sometimes I want to reread stuff that I read, like the first mangas I read and stuff, like Shushara, right? I want to rewatch that or like reread that. I recently rewatched Yumero Patissier. I don't know if you know that one. I'm gonna show you the poster. Yumero Patissier is such a good anime. I love it. I love it so much. It's about bakers. They are in a bakery school, and it's so cute, and I love it. I recently rewatched the whole thing. There's 50 episodes in the original, and there's 12, no, like 15 or 18 episodes in the sequel, and I love every single one of them. You can't comprehend that you watched that type of content when you were young. Like Vampire Night is a little kind of really wild too, and we watched that. Oh, I hope you do. I hope you do. I love that to happen because it was so good. Like Miss Bev just has it's just art. The way she writes and all her books are art, to be honest. Like I just can't believe we are living in a world where Miss Bev publishes books so we can read them, and the romance stories are just wonderful, and they are so like healthy, and they just completely change your life. Okay, I'm going to read a bright story. I promise. The next live I will do. I'm gonna read it before that, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Oh my god, yes. Miss Bev, obviously, especially the Destiny series, that will be so good. I will love, like, I have this, like, I read this romance book, okay? It's called Chasing Mr. Prefect by Kat Briones, and she is a Filipino author, and it's a Filipino romance set in the Philippines. And I love that book, and it reminded me of the Korean drama Weightlifting Theory. And if you have not watched that drama, oh my god, it's so cute. And when I read that book, I was just left like, this should be like adapted into a TV show like Weightlifting Theory. And it just has that vibe, and it has like it's new adult college set, um not rivals to lovers, but like hate to love at the beginning, and they become best friends and then they fall in love, and it's so similar to Weightlifting Theory that I thought this should be a series SAP. But I'm sure it will never happen. it's it's such a tiny book, like it's not traditionally published. It's not like from a big author, so I just can dream forever about it. But yes, maybe the Kiss Quotidian series too. Like the Bribad, I think it even sold like the rights sold, and maybe it's in the works. I I know a lot of books rights are sold very early on sometimes, and stuff never really happens. Like nothing, no adaptation happens even though the rights sold. So we just keep dreaming that maybe one day we will see it. Like I think Miss Babs writes for one book or series sold too, and they are like producing. Like I think the Rip Bodice is producing something from Miss Bab, and I don't know if we ever will ever see it in the light, but I hope they do adapt it because we need Miss Bab's books in our TV so we can binge them. I yes, like Helen Kong really said, I'm just going to publish some of the best books out there. And she has only 2 books out. Like, it's only The Kiss Quotidian and The Bride, and she has she has none other book left. Like, the Heart Principle is the 3rd book, and it got pushed back, or not pushed back, but it was like she took like a 2-year break, Helen Hong, and she didn't publish anything last year, and we are waiting impatiently for The Heart Principle to come out, because it comes out this year finally, and everyone knows it's going to be amazing because the Bride was super good. I think I love it more than The Keys Quotidian. It was so good, and The Kiss Quotidian, her debut novel, was spectacular, so I have high expectations for The Heart Principle, and it should really be adapted. Like, those are perfect novels to be adapted. I know, like, can you imagine going into a streaming service, or like Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever, and you have like a very big selection of romance movies you can pick from, not just, or maybe like TV shows. I would like them to be TV shows, to be honest, like better than movies, because you get a lot more content from that instead of like 2 hours of a movie and then it's done. That the TV shows take your time. Like, not only Bridgerton, you will not have only Bridgerton in that list, you will have like a lot of them, and you wouldn't be able to choose from one of them. Like, imagine just that, instead of like having a lot of action films out there, and then you have a big selection, how about them to be romance movies or TV shows or adaptations? That would be the absolute dream. Oh, Helen is making us suffer. She seriously just said, I'm going to make you guys wait for that 3rd book, and it's about Guan. Like, Guan is the best character of them all. Like, she introduced him in book 1. How about that mine? And she knew that we were going to love Kwon so much, and we were just waiting for him to find the love of his life. I will binge them. I will stay home and I will binge them all. Like, it's just the dream. Like, imagine having like the Brown sisters by Talia Hibbert. Like, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, then Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and then Accurate, Eve Brown as a TV show. Oh my god. Like, 3 seasons of the Brown sisters. Like, if we got Gilmore Girls, why cannot we get the Brown sisters as a TV show? I think that's the idea, the perfect idea, the millionaire idea. Someone might give me money so I can produce that show. It can give you Talia a good show. A good deserving show for her. Any of her books, right? Like, any of Talia books will be amazing as adaptations. Like, I love her was Wanna Bed. Like, imagine having Wanna Bed or Guardian Temptation as a mini series, or not as a mini series, but maybe on a bigger series. Those characters get introduced, and you get their little love story between the cast of another book. Like, how about that? There should be more. Like, fantasy romance should be huge. We don't have that a lot. Like, I want to read some fantasy romance, but they are not like such a big genre. Like, I want to read Radiance. I have not read Radiance, and everyone loves it so much. And I want to read the Jennifer Armentrout new series, From Blood and Ashes, or From Blood and Ash. Everyone says it's steamy, so I just want to get to the steam. And everyone says the hero is like incredible. Like, wow, he has a big body. And I just cannot get it. Like, it has like 500 pages or 600 pages, and I just don't want to read it in ebook. And the only way you can get the paperback or like a physical copy is from Amazon US or like United States Amazon and her author website. And her author website, I'm sure the international shipping is crazy, and I'm not going to be spending so much money on a copy. And the Amazon US site, I don't think I can get it from there. I don't know. Those are the only two options you can get a physical copy. I'm just like amazed that it's not sold anywhere else. Like, why will you not sell it everywhere? Please, universe, get us like a Netflix type streaming service that we can watch romance adaptations. I know we have passion flicks, but I just don't really think those are good. Like, we need Bridgerton, like Bridgerton type of show, like that kind of detail and that kind of costumes. And I don't know, like, I don't want like really crappy shows either. Or crappy movies. I just want good content. I need to go to eat because I have not eaten. I have not had dinner. And now it's the time to say goodbye, I guess. I'm just going to leave you guys so you can go to sleep, or you can go do your stuff, because we have we have spent a lot of time together, and I thank you all so much for spending time with me, because I didn't know people were gonna come. And my throat kind of hurts right now for talking too much. But I wish you the best night, and thank you for coming. I love you all. Stop looking at me. I love you. Yes, we should like put our money together and just produce a show so good that everyone's going to be giving us money to produce more shows. Let's win an Emmy and an Oscar for a romance adaptation. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy. I'm so glad that you came, Nikki. Like, thank you for coming and for chatting with me. You know, I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Karina. You are the best. Like, the best. Thank you for coming and for chatting with me too. And I'm so glad that you have fun. Sometimes I think that I'm just not that funny or entertaining and people just get bored with me. But thank you. Yes, that's a 10-year plan then. I'm going to talk to you in 10 years and we're going to do that. Bye, I love you all. Thank you for coming. Now I'm going to end the broadcast, okay? Bye. See you another day, I promise.